when less is more.
And when it's best to just bite your tongue.
And keep quiet. And for some of us, it's very difficult.
It is, yeah. So for some of us, it's like we always have to say something. We always want to be involved.
We do. And that's what we're going to be chatting about in this week's episode of Get Real with the English Sisters, Mind, Health and Anxiety. The podcast that you can come to just chill and relax and learn something about yourself and others, hopefully. We are therapists.
And we are here to help.
Exactly. And we have found that sometimes in life,
yes,
quite a lot of times, it's
yeah.
best just not to say anything than say too much or interfere too much.
Absolutely. Because a lot of the times, the people that you're with can actually do without your words.
Yeah, and I think they can also step up if you're not always interfering as well. Because I think sometimes we like to take control, don't we?
Yeah.
Especially if we're very competent. And I think as women, especially,
A lot of the times as women,
on, don't we?
Well, like even when you've got the small children, if you have a family and you want to, you think, oh, I know how to do that, or like if you're talking to your partner, you say, no, don't do it that way. You have to heat the milk this way or whatever it is. I remember, many times just having to think, no, quiet. Let my husband, let him figure it out. But it was like a discussion me and you had. I remember, you saying, no, just bite your tongue. Hold still, let him learn. Who cares? If he makes mistakes, it doesn't really matter. It's not like life or death. They were just silly things. Changing a nappy, it's not perfect. Who cares? But quiet.
Yeah, because I think if you take over too much, you take control, then the other person just kind of backs off, don't they?
They do back off. Anyone would. You back off and you say, oh, well, no, I'm not good at this. And you get put off. And of course, this is one example. There are so many examples when biting your tongue is really a good idea. It's like if you're angry, for example, it's definitely...
It's like what they say, never write that email at the last thing at night. Always wait till the next day.
Yes.
Sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Same way
Especially
as
because emails are official and anyone can request them at any time.
Yeah, exactly. That is definitely an email or a text. Keep it to yourself. Wait. Make sure time has passed before sending it until you're absolutely clear on your ideas, and then send it in a calmer way and make sure that the words that you write you have to be responsible for later on.
I noticed that like in relationships, I remember with mum and dad, mum was always like nagging at dad, always telling him off. No, don't do it like this, or you're not doing it properly. It's supposed to be this way. And that used to get on my nerves. So I really do try not to do it with my husband.
I try not to, but
of course it's inevitable that you're going to catch yourself doing it, especially once you become aware of it. You may notice throughout your day how many times you actually interfere or say something when really it would have been more beneficial for you just to keep quiet.
Absolutely. It's many times when it's best to hold your tongue. It's like an old Shakespearean phrase, hold your tongue. It's best to hold it, or to literally put your tongue in between your teeth so you literally cannot talk. And there are times when I've actually done that because I'm thinking,
I've done it.
If I don't do that, I'm going to say something. And what I say may not be what I want to say, but it's going to come out of anger, out of wanting to control a situation like what we were saying before. And that's not going to be good for the other person. So I will literally put my tongue in between just gently hold it there. So it's like a conscious reminder for me as
just
to not...
place it against the roof of your mouth.
You can do that. And that also automatically will relax
Calms
you.
Doesn't it?
We can't do it now because this is a podcast where we have to talk.
It will quieten us.
It will quieten us. But yeah, definitely. I think, there's lots of times when you're angry or when other people are gossiping, and that gossip isn't any good. I just wish, just quieten
hate
Don't
gossip.
I personally do not like it. If there's anything, I might tell you about it, but it's
But then it always like end up in like a bit of a therapy session.
Yeah.
It'll be like a constructive gossip where we
I
think,
say,
oh, but the poor
did you know
person-
the poor person is
they're going through a rough time or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, and that's kind of like, in a way, it's like constructively talking about
Well, it's
somebody.
learning, isn't it? We learn from them as well, from what they've gone through.
Yeah, but
what
I
they've
just
been through.
I do not appreciate just gossip for the sense of it, and I'm glad I'm with you and with my partner as well. He does not like it, so. But I know that it's a well-known hobby for many of you, and I think okay, that's fine as long as it's if the words you're going to say, if they're not going to be of any. If they're going to be hurtful, I think, because then you're responsible for those words, and they're going to be spread. So somebody else is going to be spreading those words. So
Well, they say so-and-so said this about...
yes, so-and-so's
That's not
lost his
nice.
job. So-and-so, oh yeah, oh dear. I mean, it's not even oh dear. I mean, literally, do you remember that person when we meet that lady?
It won't be, oh dear.
We're always
I
so
know,
shocked.
Yeah,
There's
it's like verbal diarrhea, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and
About everyone in the neighbourhood.
yeah, and she's a lovely person, really.
She is
I mean,
lovely.
she's lovely.
Yeah, she
But
is.
yeah, what is this?
I think it's just their way of chatting, but it's not helpful.
It's like small talk, but I wish that small talk would not exist.
It'd be more constructive.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to just look into each other's eye. How are you? Oh, no, lovely. Give yourself a hug, and that's it. Let's talk about ourselves and leave the other people out of it that have nothing to say because they can't. They can't because they're not there.
No, they wouldn't. A lot of the TV programs are like that, though.
Well, they're
aren't they?
based
I'm
on
watching
gossip.
that. I was just watching the OC for the housing because I like the houses there. But I was thinking they just, well, obviously it's all
It's
scripted,
staged
isn't
as
it?
well,
Staged.
yes.
But it's still not very nice because like it's like gossiping all the time. So and so said this. She had a whatever, and it's I don't like that part of the program because I mean I don't I
You fast
I do
forward.
something
Yeah.
I'm working or doing something else. I just
Look at the houses.
I just look at the houses because I think that part of the program is like demeaning for the others in it, and then they have these little squabbles, and then afterwards they make up. But
The thing is, it's going back to the importance of words and the fact that you're responsible for the words that come out of your mouth. That obviously they hold an importance. They are important. So it's better to bite your tongue or to quieten yourself rather than just say words that are not going to be wise. That's the only word. That's my only
hurtful.
the words that are going to be
Or
not.
even not hurtful, just interfering when someone's doing something, saying, I know how to do it better, or you should be doing it this way, or why didn't you do it like this? All these kind of things. But I think also biting your tongue holds its place when you're having a conversation with your partner.
Oh my gosh!
And you
yeah.
keep wanting to
Interrupt.
interrupt. Because apparently men don't like to be interrupted.
Oh, really? Well, that sounds
I don't know,
very.
women do. But I think the women, when women talk, I don't know. This is obviously a generalisation, but in our personal experience, like we're always interrupting each other, aren't we?
Yes.
But like it's like a little bit of you say something, then they say something, and then it's a bit of like a little dance. But for men, I find that they like to get their whole point of view out, and sometimes it can take 2 or 3 minutes, and it's very hard to keep quiet for me. Without
I would say
asking
you're
a question
Yeah.
or asking something, because I want to know some detail while they're telling the story.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to keep quiet, don't you?
Well, yes, that's a good
Because
example
otherwise
of
they might come back to you and say, "You're not listening to me. You keep interrupting me. You don't love me. Why don't you want to hear what I've got to say?"
Yeah, I do think that is an act of love, is when you can keep quiet to somebody that's telling you their story or a story. They're telling that story, and if you're able to listen, truly listen, not be distracted, look at your phone or look away, but truly listen to that person. And then only when they have finished, then repeat back some of their words or show them that you've understood what they have said, that's a great gift.
Well, that's active listening, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make it into a therapy session, but yes, it is active listening. That's when you are, that can actually be really helpful in couple relationships when one person says, they never listen to me. And because even though they look as if they're listening, because they might not be on their phone, they might just be going, yeah, I get it. Then afterwards, they don't really listen. Why are you laughing now?
Because I'm thinking of someone.
Yeah. It's a little in joke. But yes, exactly. They're not really listening. And so,
And then they just do it their way.
And then they do it their way, yeah.
But that's also part of the acceptance, isn't it? And then you have to find out, does that work for you or not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't work for me if I'm talking to somebody. I love it when somebody actually says, oh, if I tell them, so I had a hectic day today and then I fell over and then they'll let me tell my story. And then I say, oh dear, so did you really hurt yourself when you fell over? That's active listening. They're asking a question related to something I've said. It means I'm being heard. It's not just ignoring what I've said and just, oh yeah, well, sort of like, I don't know, what are we doing tomorrow? Yeah, or something. Hey, I've just told you I got stung by a bee. I remember once you said it. When you told your husband you got stung by a bee
and I got no sympathy.
And it got rolled on and you wanted some kind of, hey, you got stung. Gosh, where? Well, let me see you. You're okay now. It was a bee.
Well,
but you're allergic.
Yeah, I'm allergic, but not really badly allergic.
No, thank
a little
goodness.
bit. But yeah, I still have to take cortisone, but I don't have to have the EpiPen or anything. With it wasn't that serious.
No,
I could have dealt with it on my own, but it just hurt so much.
It hurt because you felt as if you weren't being listened to.
No, it actually did hurt.
Oh, it hurt both ways.
And then I wanted to be listened to.
Oh, yeah. It does hurt when you're not listened to. So I think that if you're a kind of person
I've interrupted you. Do you find that especially in relationships with your partner, that sometimes they feel as if you're always interrupting too much and always have a solution for them when they just want to figure things out themselves?
Yeah.
Because that could be like, if for him, for instance, for my husband, he doesn't like to be fussed over that much. So, but it's funny because really he does.
Yeah.
But he says he doesn't.
He says he doesn't.
If I just totally ignored it, he would say, like, where's the medicine or whatever? Where's the ice?
Yeah.
So, but really he likes to be left more to his own devices. But I think sometimes we, especially as caretakers and nurturers, we always want to be there to offer solutions or offer medicine or like,
here's a plaster. Oh, I'll go and get it for you. It's part of how we were brought up and having families and taking care, exactly as you say. But sometimes it's best to...
It's too much for them, isn't it? It's like a bit overwhelming. They just want to be able to figure it out themselves and think, maybe for them to ask the question, do we have plasters? Instead of quickly offering a plaster or put some medication, wash that out. You're going to get infected.
Exactly.
That's when we have to learn
to quieten and think, hey, everyone's an adult around here.
Just let them decide.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that also happens when your children
That's
grow
what
up,
I mean.
don't they?
Yeah, you tend to... Because I don't think I was like that as much before.
I always was like that.
You were. You were always like the mother.
With all my aunties and everything.
Yeah. Oh no, I was a bit like that. But you was. Yeah, that's true. We're always looking after.
Mum taught us to be like little nurses. You brought us those little nurse uniforms.
I know. Talk about conditioning. Goodness me.
And we had to look after each other when we were sick. It's probably just to keep us busy.
Probably was. Yeah, like when we went through chicken pox and that, we couldn't go out. She would put us and it was a darling little costume.
She put a little costume, the handmade costume that she'd made.
Yeah, with a little red cross on it. We used to love that. The little stethoscope, checking each other out. Yeah, that was cute. But at the same time, it teaches you, doesn't it?
Teaches you.
Even with our toys. Every toy was special.
Yeah, none of that throwing them about.
No way. The toys were treated with such love and care that I remember, thinking, I mean, gosh, I have to, like, they're so even my little tea set. I had this little tea set, the orange and red little plastic tea set. It was a little 70s thing.
Still got some of that.
Really? Gosh, I used to have to treasure that, rinse it out, because I would put real tea in it, I think, or some water or something. It gets sticky with the milk or something, and I would have to rinse it out, take great care, and put each little cup back inside its original little packaging. After each time I played with it in the box, everything was treated with such care. It taught us how to look after things, which is a lovely skill, really. And it transferred onto other things in life. But sometimes, as we're saying in this particular case, it's like, because we know how to care for things, and maybe you do as well, you can relate to this. You can see how to do it. Whereas at times it's best not to see how to do it and just let it be done. I remember when my kids were learning how to cook in the kitchen, it was a disaster. Flour on the floor here and there, and I just had to let it be. And now one of them is a chef, and the other one absolutely adores cooking. And they said, it's because you let us just muck around in the kitchen, Mum. And you never said, oh, I know how to do it. This is the wrong way. This is the right way. I just sort of let them get on with it and say, oh.
You were very good with that. I didn't have the patience.
No,
for
you
that.
didn't have the patience, no.
But also my kids didn't really show an interest either.
No, exactly. It depends. If they're desperate for it, I want to do this, I want to do that. Obviously, you think, okay, I want to help. It was also a way of keeping them busy, sort of like, here, have a potato, help me, keep it there, sort of thing. But that's part of rearing children, and you have to learn also there to think, no, doesn't matter.
Let them figure it out.
Let them figure it out. What's this going to taste like? I don't know. I think that might be a bit too much. Water, sugar, flour, but you let it be.
Would you really let it be?
Many times I let it be. I remember especially when they were learning how to make pancakes, they were a total disaster. And I used to think, no, that's not going to work.
Didn't you give them recipes?
I haven't, we haven't got recipes. I was just plonk it in.
No, I know, but wouldn't you say like one cup for them, 1 cup of water, 2 cups of flour?
Yeah, I would, but I remember, especially with the younger one, it wouldn't work. So
it's like with you, Mum wouldn't let you.
Yeah, exactly. So I would just have to let
I'd be the one doing all the cooking.
Yeah.
She would just give you a little bit of dough or something.
She'll probably see, oh dear, this one's gonna just.
I remember the bread dough would come out black when you used to.
She probably didn't make me wash my hands well enough.
She did, but you were kneading it for so long. I think
Really?
playing with it as if it was Play-Doh or something.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, she did let us. She was very patient with things like that.
She was indeed. Yep. I mean, I think it's a good recipe if you want them to become, good at something. They acquire those kind of skills in early life. But yeah.
Today I had all the washing, all the soap went all over the floor, and it fell off the washing machine.
Oh,
and
no.
it spilled all over the floor.
God. All the detergent.
Just before I had to come to podcast. So I had to clean it up, and I asked my husband to help. And he quickly came and he said, you should use Scottex to just like absorb it all. But I thought,
like paper towels.
Yeah, I thought paper towels. I was thinking that's a waste.
Really, yeah.
I kept quiet though, but then he went off, so I just said, I'm going to use a mop because I was the one dealing with it. And so I used the mop, and then in the end, when I was cleaning it, I was thinking, gosh, I should have just listened to him. And I mean, that's when he was giving a solution, but I was thinking I should have just listened to him, because in the end I'm using so much water, which I actually repurposed it, but it made me think about all the people that haven't got any water, and I was thinking this is just
it's a waste
too
in
much.
the end.
Yeah, in the end I used the water to clean all the terraces and everything, and water some of the plants, even though it's winter now, and they didn't really need that much.
Because it had soap in it as well, didn't it?
It had a bit of soap, so mostly used it to clean the terrace.
Yeah.
But I thought, that's a waste. And then afterwards I said, you were right. It would have been useful to use, just some paper towels to just mop it up.
Well, obviously, in that case, he didn't quieten his tongue.
Well, Well, he didn't, because he just came in and he saw it, and he said, because he saw me using the mop, and he said, don't you want to use paper towels instead? And I said, no, I'll just carry on with this, because I thought it'd be easy. I could just rinse it out, but there was so much.
Yeah,
soap.
there was just too much
Well,
soap.
it's a whole
Well, it's
thing.
concentrated, isn't it? You've
Yes,
got to be
it's
careful with those.
concentrated.
In
But I
those.
thought if it goes in the washing machine, it doesn't cause that many bubbles in there, so they can't be so frothy.
But it was frothy. A whole bottle of it falling on the floor. That was like a little bomb going off.
But then I told him his suggestion was better, and he seemed quite chuffed with it.
Well, of
Seemed
course
very
he
happy.
was. He loves being right, as most of us do. We all do, not just him, poor fellow, all of us. It's lovely if you actually get that recognition, somebody saying, oh, hey, you were right. You know that. I mean, that doesn't often happen.
Not the way to go about it.
No, but it is lovely. That's in the case when you do have to give somebody that kind of compliment. That's when it is nice not to quieten your tongue. Yes, when there is a chance to give encouragement or praise.
And I think a lot of us do think nice things about other people.
And we don't
then
say it.
And we do bite our tongues.
Exactly.
We do quieten because we might feel a bit embarrassed or just think,
Vulnerable,
no, vulnerable.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we shouldn't be.
Yeah, I actually remember seeing my son's girlfriend yesterday and thinking, oh, she had this really cute pink jumper on.
I thought the same.
You didn't see it yesterday?
No, not yesterday, but the day before.
Really?
When it was my birthday. I thought she looked really pretty, and I didn't tell her.
Oh, well, I actually saw her, and I saw her with that pink jumper, and I thought, in my head, I thought, God, that's so cute. She looks so cute. And I didn't say it instantly, and then I thought, no, say it.
You did.
So I said, oh, that's a lovely jumper. I saw her. She loved it. She goes, oh, yeah, thanks. It was
Yeah, sometimes I think it's intimidating to say things all the time, so I didn't
all
say
the time,
anything, no.
obviously.
Sometimes I don't say things when I should.
Well, you always give off a lot of
so
compliments.
many compliments. I mean, my husband was kind of telling me off the other day because he said, you give so many compliments. It's too much. And I thought, well, if that's what I think, so maybe that's why I quietened my tongue and I didn't say anything. Could be.
It could be.
Because of that. Because last time I was with my husband, he said I gave too many compliments.
Well, there you go.
So whether you give lots of compliments, which hopefully you do, because I think it's always lovely to receive genuine compliments.
I do too.
Or whether you always tend to want to interrupt someone or
Interfere.
say something, interfere, and you know it's better to quieten. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
And how you're going to implement what we've been talking about today. We're going to be doing both, I think, giving more compliments and quietening our tongue more. Which sometimes you think, no, hey, I want to,
I want to speak out
because
and
we have a voice.
Yeah.
And yes, we do have a voice, but there's situations where, like, sometimes keeping quiet does make you more powerful and gives
silence.
You more.
Yes, where
Silence is golden.
Yes, exactly. Silence is golden.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and seeing us on YouTube too. We have the podcast version on YouTube and also the video version with the podcast. And we also have our shorts, so you can come and have some fun on them and just give us a little shout out, give us a comment, say you like us, and if you do, obviously. And what's it? Follow and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lots of love and smiles from the
English sisters.
Bye.